Koen, trying to speak English way of pronouncing it. The Dutch way is Koen. So, Koen, where are you? Koen, come on over, guys. Give a warm round of applause for Koen.
Good evening, guys. How are you? Good? Yeah. The name of my story is How Running Away from My Problems Landed Me in Paradise. It's the summer of 2017, and I'm here in the Netherlands, where I'm from. And everything is better than it was before. You know, the smell of fresh air, the clean streets, the ability to have privacy. Because for the past 3.5 years, I've been somewhere else. Now, I know what you're thinking, prison. Can I be safe in the room with this guy? No, yes, but I wasn't in prison. I was actually in paradise. So 4 years earlier, summer of 2013, I was living alone and I was depressed. I wasn't feeling very good. My mom just passed away, and yeah, I was dealing with some depression. I wasn't in a very good mental space. I just quit my job because I'd always wanted to start my own online business, so figured I could do web design and quit that. So I did. Then I'd also met a girl that summer, which was kind of cool, so we hit it off, and yeah, but things weren't going very good for me. I wasn't making enough money from my online business, and I ended up being homeless. So the girl that I was with during the summer, she was from Indonesia, and she was only here for a year, and she'd already moved back. So now I'm homeless. I'm in this weird mental state, and I'm thinking, if only I could be with her and move to Indonesia, I will be saved. My life all my problems will be over, and my life will be great. I also inherited my grandpa's car. He died a few months before, and my grandma had given me driving lessons so I could drive it without killing too many people. Now, I was sleeping in my car because I didn't have a place to stay, and it was here in Amsterdam, and I would roam the streets all day, like 6, 8, 10 hours a day, pain in my feet, pain in my back. So I was working on my new business model, which was pickpocketing. I had watched on YouTube how to do pickpocketing, and I watched all the videos, how to steal a purse, how to take a wallet. I even learned how to take a wallet from somebody's back pocket, replace it with a piece of cardboard, so when they would feel it, it would feel like the wallet was still there. I had all the techniques. Every day I would go out and want to do this, but I couldn't. Morals were holding me back. It was like an invisible force. It was like, how can I justify stealing from someone so I can go on holiday, but then I would ruin their holiday? Kind of weird. I guess that's the real strong arm of the law is morality, because I think the police should give more credit to morals. So, but if only I had 4,000 euros, all my problems would be over. And what happened to me mentally was a bit strange. I mean, I went from being able to think longer term to just weeks, to just days, to just hours, to just the next meal. And it really made me understand how homelessness really works. I mean, you don't have to be a drug addict to be in that fucking weird-ass mental space where you can't think straight and you don't have any overview. You're just in that weird tunnel vision. So that's where I was at. Until my stepdad said, "Hey, Koen, why don't you sell your car?" Mind was blown. I never thought about that. It was right under my nose, under my ass, really. I couldn't drive it because I didn't have money for gas, which is parked, but I was sleeping in it. I was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Sold the car, and on December 26th of 2013, went on a plane to Bali. Huge difference. Just a few weeks earlier, I was homeless, pain everywhere, awful. Now I was being treated like a king on a plane. It was amazing. On Bali, it was great. I stayed there for a month. I had the best time of my life, water skiing, seeing temples. I mean, the weather was obviously December Holland against December Bali is a huge one. So it was amazing. And after a month, I moved to Bandung, which is a medium-sized city on the island of Java in Indonesia. And something strange happened. It really caught me by surprise. I was out of money. Now, I never thought that would happen. I mean, I literally had millions of Indonesian rupiahs, and now I'm broke. It really sucked. So I figured I'd start my online business again. Because, you know, I can work from anywhere and just do that. And I was just unhappy. You know, I wasn't making enough money. I had to constantly borrow money from my stepdad. I hated the relationship that I was in. Really, I was a child and she was a lady, so it didn't really work out at the time. Turns out women like men who take their responsibilities. Who would have thought that? And I was afraid of the country. I mean, I had severe social anxiety and was constantly scared when people would try to make small talk or just try to sell me something in the streets. I mean, I was like a 6'3" white giant being super scared of 5' Asian local. It was really weird. Ended up breaking up. Ended in a new relationship. Now, she was just as immature as I was, so that worked out. And I was really scared also of the environment I was in. I didn't go outside a lot, thank God for air conditioning. I was afraid of my visa. That also happened because one day, if you overstay your visa, you have to pay 25, at the time you have to pay 25 euros for every day of overstay. And I figured I would just make that money because I didn't have the money. Well, just a few days I'll make it back. If you overstay more than 60, you go to jail for up to 5 years. I ended up overstaying 59 days, 1,475 euros in Indonesian money. That's like this big a stack. I brought it all to the airport. Guy was real surprised. Put it in his pocket, so I made someone's day. But I was unhappy, and this lingered on for 2.5 years. Eventually, we broke up. I moved back home, and I learned a lot. I mean, my personal development journey had only just started, but I learned a lot from this experience. You know, I learned different cultures. I learned to be in a long-term relationship, and yeah, I guess the moral of the story is if you're young and stupid and naive, go and fucking do whatever you want, and you might end up in paradise or in prison. I don't know. That's it for me, guys. Thank you very much.
They're now all expecting to kind of like stay here and be interviewed, right?
Yeah.
Like with a mild look of terror on their faces. Just one step up, now back, okay. What is he gonna ask us? Oh my God. I'm just appreciating the fact that you're back here, man. Koen was here just before the lockdown, and that was your first time here. You go to comedy clubs, right? That's where you're from?
Sometimes, yeah. There's no COVID.
If there's no COVID.
Starting out way now.
Yeah. It's the name of someone's a comedian's autobiography. If there's no COVID, there's comedy. It's not true. I just made it up. But you went there and then came here to a storytelling night and thought, stories, that's something you read off a piece of paper. So the first time you were here, you had the paper, and now you had to look into their eyes. How was it to have that connection?
Better,
right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. It's lovely people, though.
It's lovely people.
and they love you back.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's secretly a cult, actually.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry, we're going to take good care of you. So thank you so much for being part of it, Koen.
Thank you.
Nice. Guys, so we're going to have the very last storyteller of this set.